Hey, Grant Cardone here, and I want to talk to you about how to kickstart 2015 into another level, and I'm the right guy to do that with you, all right? I'm going to show you a little 10x Jedi trick that I use because at the end of each year, I'm faced with this problem. How do I beat last year? How do I match last year? That's probably what you're asking yourself right now. How do I match or beat last year? If it was a great year for you like it was for me, and last year was freaking stupid, enormous, big for me. It was, in fact, the single biggest year I've ever had in my career. So when I start thinking about matching it or beating it, which my staff and myself have been working on, it becomes very laborious. It becomes almost tiring and effort. It's like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? So this is the trick that I use at this time of the year to get me out of this being just a routine now thing that I have to do and very laborious. What I want you to do is get a piece of paper out, and I want you to write down what you did last year, and I want you then to multiply times, you know my favorite number, 10. Multiply times 10, 10x. 10x what you did last year. Now I know what you're thinking. Grant, you had a good, you're thinking to yourself, you had a good year last year. It was a great year, right? You were thinking, man, if I could just match it or barely beat it, I'm in heaven. I don't want you to do that. I want you to 10x last year. I want you to write down what it would take for you to 10x last year. You're thinking, man, that's impossible. There's no way. I don't have enough people working for me. I don't spend enough money. And that's the point here, okay? When you 10x last year, when you write down a strategy to 10x what you did last year, it's going to change the way you think, the way you act, and the decisions you make. So write down, if you were to 10x last year and go from 80,000 to 800 grand, would you have to hire people? Would you have to hire a coach? Would you have to invest more money? Would you have to advertise more? Would you have to possibly travel more? Would you have to get your family on a different page than they're on right now? Probably everything would change. And that's the point. Because look, if nothing changes this year going forward, if you don't grow in big, enormous ways, you're not going to dominate your market, which means you're going to compete in the marketplace, which means you're not going to really be excited because you're just running up against another crippled person. You know what I mean? Because the fact is, folks, look, you're not operating at your full potential. And that's what I mean by crippled. We're all cripples. Because when you don't operate at your full potential, which is way, way out in front of you, you're limiting your abilities and yourself to things you don't need to be doing, okay? So look, try the strategy. Write down, I'm going to 10x last year. It's impossible. You know it's impossible. We don't need to get there. I just need to get in the neighborhood. If I get in the neighborhood of that, if I can get you to start thinking about that kind of expansion, it will be freaking enormous for you, your family, your reputation. People will envy you. Hey, that's worth being excited about. Okay, so look, this 2015, think about 10x. Don't think about match. Don't think about barely beat. Write down a strategy. I'm going to 10x last year. Is it impossible? Probably. Probably it is impossible, okay? But the impossible has been done before, and you can do it this year. 10x last year. Who do you need to meet? What do you need to do different? How much money do you need to invest in your branding, your marketing, your advertising? And most importantly, what do you need to invest in yourself? Look, folks, I've never met anybody that was great, that didn't invest money in themselves. This year, pour it on, 10x, blow it up. 2015 is yours. Dominate and own it. And I look forward to hearing about your results.